All right, guys, so this is my Beretta A400 Extreme Plus 12 gauge. This has been my do-it-all gun for, gosh, probably the last 5, 6 years. This gun has been a trooper. Not exactly a turkey gun, but it's going to be used to kill turkey. We killed one with it this year already, but reason we're out here is I am just through a VORTEX Razor shotgun red dot on here, and gonna try and get a rough zero. I am out of my preferred turkey shells, but we're at least gonna zero in with some Winchester Longbeard XRs and see how those shoot. But we're just basically gonna try to sight this in, see a rough kind of pattern that it's shooting. But I'm gonna start off sighting in with some just 2 3/4 high brass to get it close, and then hopefully we can get it on the money with two of these Longbeards. All right, I got a box down there. It's probably hard to see on camera, but it's just literally a brown piece of paper with a black dot on it at 40 yards, and gonna just try and at least get it close on paper first with some of this just heavy dove load, and we'll go from there and just see what it is, and then we'll actually take one of these sticky targets to where we can actually try and get a decent pattern, at least where y'all can see a little bit better. But I'm not going to waste one yet just because I know it's not going to be probably anywhere close. So we'll shoot this load, see where it's at, and then make the adjustments from there. I'll go grab that and bring it back up here. This might be hard to see because it is on brown paper, but it actually came out better than expected. I mean, that was the first shot, not even adjusting anything whatsoever, just simply mounted it on there, and it's close enough on there to where I'm gonna throw a Longbeard in there and just see what happens to it. I mean, I don't even know if I really need to move the dang thing. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like with that actual turkey load in there. But I mean, so far it's in a general facility, and I know most of y'all are wondering what choke and everything. It is a Kicks 675 turkey choke. Prefer something a little bit tighter, but we're making it do with that. I mean, it's already killed one bird this year, did the job, but we'll see what it will do now on an actual target with a turkey shell. All right, we're gonna take this back down here, 3.5 inch number 4 Longbeard XR, and we're gonna see what it will do at 40 yards out here on this paper. All right, we're now gonna try the 3.5 inch number 4 Winchester Longbeard XR. This is preferably not what I would want to shoot, but it was what I could find about 4 years ago. Still got some left, and end of the day, people can say what they want, but they still kill a bird. Definitely a lot more oomph on that than some birdshot. All right, so this is a target again with the number 4 3.5 inch Longbeard XRs. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that red dot. I'm gonna bring it down because I think the density is mainly right here. So I'm gonna bring it down probably 3.5 to 4 inches or so, and then probably about 2 inches left. And we'll shoot again, see what happens there. All right, so I'm looking back here at the book from the VORTEX VIPER that they give you in your little box and everything, and we're zeroing this thing in at 40 yards, and it's roughly, not exactly, but close to a 1/2 inch per turn. There's one MOA per click at 100 yards. So at 40, it's 0.4. We're gonna just give it 8 clicks, try and get us somewhere in that 3.5 to 4 inch drop, and then we're gonna move it to the left 2 inches. So we'll be moving it 4 clicks to the left. But we come here, need to go down. And one thing to note, these things, this is a extremely audible click. Like, this is my first time ever dealing with one of these. I have used VORTEX's scopes, multiple other red dots. I mean, I got one of the little Venoms on our 410 that my wife is shooting, and it is great and everything, but I will say these clicks are way more audible on these windage adjustments here and the elevation adjustments. All right, and we're gonna move it left 4 clicks. All right, we'll see what happens now. All right, we're gonna take one more of these down here at 40 yards and see what happens. All right, we're gonna try this again. Second shot, Longbeard XR, number 4, 3.5 inch. Made an adjustment to the red dot, and we're gonna see what happens. We'll go grab that and bring it up here. Definitely looks a little bit better. Maybe a tad to the right still, but we'll go grab that and check it out. This is our second pattern here. I might actually move that up just a hair. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I really wish my choke was a tad bit tighter, but at the end of the day, it's 40 yards with some Longbeard XR number 4s, but I might actually try and move it back up, maybe about an inch, and then maybe a little bit more left, maybe an inch, inch and a half, and that's probably gonna be good. But I'll put up another target and we'll take it back down. All right, this should hopefully be our third and final test. Realistically, VORTEX stuff, super high quality. I've never had an issue. Even their cheap stuff, I don't care what nobody says. It's rugged, beat the piss out of them, and honestly, nothing ever happens to them. But I would feel comfortable walking away from my last target, making two clicks up, 2 clicks left, and I'd be fine to go to the woods. But just for the sake of it, the shells are cheap, I already got them, and I'm not going to shoot these shells again next year. I will be shooting some Rogue 3.5 inch number 9 TSS out of this next year with a Jeb's Headhunter choke. But let's just go ahead and do it and see where it is. But I'm pretty sure it's going to fall true exactly where it should fall true at, just from the minor adjustment, literally 1 inch in each direction. But we'll shoot it, see what happens. 40 yards. This is the third and final shot with the same 3.5 inch number 4 Longbeard XRs.
Looks good.
That one definitely looked a little bit better. And that right there is what our final third shot looks like on making that adjustment. I mean, that's a turkey head. That turkey is beyond dead matter. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. Once again, it's still lead. I don't expect anything crazy. And I'm still shooting I would consider a decently open choke. It's a Goblin Thunder Kicks 675, which most people don't even realize it, but the A400 Extremes on the Beretta, they run a little different than your standard choke system, whether Remington, Benelli, Creo, any of those. You can run a little bit tighter, but these from the factory at 660 is almost equivalent to like a 650 and other manufacturers. So I mean, a 675 isn't too terrible, but I'm gonna definitely try and go maybe towards that 660 mark and see what that does with some TSS. But well, I guess that's it. That was the Beretta A400 Extreme Plus. Once again, this is my do-it-all gun. I mean, this is not a turkey gun. I technically have a 410 that I built specifically for turkey. The wife is using that one this year, so I'm using my Dove Duck Goose gun which is a behemoth to honestly be carrying in the woods because it is a 30-inch barreled 12 gauge. Not light, very just not the most comfiest turkey gun walking through the woods with a 30-inch stick hanging off the front end. I will more than likely in the future get a 24-inch barrel and get it put on here, and let me know if that's something y'all would want to see a video on, swapping them out a barrel from a 30 to a 24-inch, because technically the barrel for this, the smallest barrel you can get is a 26-inch, but the Beretta 1301 comp, you can actually fit it directly to the A400 receiver. I'll just be limited to a 3-inch shell if I go that route. But let us know if you want to see a video on the barrel swap, and if we do a barrel swap, that means I will go ahead and put a tighter choke in here, maybe even mess around with a couple different ones. Y'all just let me know what choke you prefer to shoot. Most of my chokes that I've shot in the past on my Benellis were Jebs. This Beretta, I found out, really liked this kicks, but also I've not put a Jebs in there. That's just what I bought at the time because it's what a local store had. But let me know if there's any specific manufacturer you'd like to see put through the gun, because I will happily test it and make a video for it.